Hello everybody, my name is Katka Tomášková.
My name is Monika Hrubá.
We are from Česká, spořitelna, and we would like to guide you through our presentation called From Zero to Hero, which is a part of the customer experience team category. So at the beginning, something about our organization structure. Česká spořitelna, we are the biggest bank on a Czech market. We are part of Erste Group. We can say that on a square of each city there are like 4 buildings, the church, the pub, the sport club called Sokolovna, and last but not least, Česká spořitelna. So why we nominated this team? Back in 2018, we undergo the massive organization structure, like we call it agile transformation, because we wanted to be closer to our customers and also to be faster in delivering their expectations and on their needs. Therefore, we totally changed the organization structure and defined totally new roles. One of these roles was customer journey expert role, which we can say is the voice of the customer in every team. We set it up, and the key responsibility is to oversee the customer journeys, to map the pain points and gain points, and also to manage the improvements on these pain points and gain points, and to realize the testing with the customers and gathering the customers' insights and expectations. We can say that currently we have 227 customer journey experts, which are somehow organized in 17 chapters. With 2 area leads, me and Monika, who are responsible for the corporate part of the bank and the retail part of the bank. And we are responsible for defining the CX strategy and principles among the whole bank.
So what they achieved that sets them apart? Actually, what we have to say at the beginning is that we started at the blank page. There was no this role before. There's no university or training in Czech Republic to set and prepare people for such role. And actually what we used as a principle when we started with this role, customer journey expert, and created the whole team, was actually hiring for attitude and then training for skill. We have attracted people from various parts of the bank. Typically, there were people who were responsible for research, but also frontline employees from call centers or branches. People are responsible for complaints and similar things. But it was mostly the attitude of those people to change the status quo and utilize their expertise for making it actually better and clearing the stuff. Typically, the question we asked during the interviews was also that if they change something, regardless if it was work or their private life, because people with this CX attitude are typically people changing the environment regardless of the position or the place. Talking about the beginning, it was really like creating Adam and Eve at the beginning of the world and making them actually really full and actionable. We have been aware that because there was no training, that we have to establish something to train them and actually guideline the approach and situation and the tools accordingly in order to stay consistent in the bank. And we know with Katka that there's a corporate customers, there are retail customers, and we were actually trying to make the situation and approach very similar. So for people's education, we have created something called skill metrics, where we have defined the key skills needed for fulfilling the customer experience role. The skill metrics at the moment consist of 6 various skills, and we have 5 levels, actually utilizing Dreyfus scale, starting from novice and ending with the expert. And in these metrics, we can say like what are the skills, what is the current situation and skills of the people, and what are probably the ideal skills for this role in each squad and team. And we actually map the situation in each tribe, squad, and in the whole company every year to see how we are progressing and how we are improving our skill set. So people with the great attitude are receiving proper training, which moves them, strategically in the 6 selected competencies further. We are also measuring how we are doing, and I mean, if this is not just the training for training, but if the training has real impact. And for this, we are using the key metrics. One is NPS, where we are measuring not only our internal NPS, how satisfied are our people, so those customer journey experts, but also the NPS of the customers, if the skilled people are doing the right job, and then also customer experience index. All of the three metrics rise significantly from the beginning of the activities in 2018 up to now, and we are proud of that, especially that we were not having any guidelines at the beginning, and there's always like complicated and very hard start if you have a blank page in front of you. I mean, it's encouraging at the one thing, but at the end, it's a big, the heavy stuff that you can either do it right or you can totally lose. So, I mean, these growing figures and satisfaction of those people in the role are telling us that probably we were not mistaken at the beginning. The team is now playing a strong role in defining company strategy. So they are not only cleaning the small things in order to make the customer experience good, but they are also the ones which are proactively setting up the initiative which needs to be done in order to increase customer satisfaction. And in total, at the moment, we are responsible for a third of the initiative within the whole bank, which have the true impact on the customers. So this team is not only skilled at the moment, but is also very efficient in delivering the right things. And every quarter, there's 1/3 of the initiative originating from their insights, from the customer journeys, and from the things which needs to be improved. How did they achieve the success? The journey from the beginning till now is relatively long, and looking back at the beginning for this purpose of the motivation evokes in us the moment of energy and like a little creative start when we were trying to gather the best practices from some other companies, the things which we learned in our academic backgrounds. And but also some naivety, because we were, idealistic to change the world and do something good. But I think perhaps this was the good essence of the things which makes it happen, because after 3 years of doing that, we are really proud that we have something tangible behind us. That is not only the vision and the motivation, but really proper system of knowing how to hire the people, how to train them, and how to track their progress within the bank. The typical work, how the customer journey expert works, is actually working in a small team called squad. And in this squad, there is a product owner, which is kind of like enterprise owner, which is driving the whole squad towards some business goal. The customer journey expert, as Katka said, is the representation of the customer in the squad, actually mapping the needs and highlighting the pain points and striving to change them. There's also analyst, there is developer, agile coach, there is a tester. And this small group is working on some selected area, trying to do the things better. The customer journey expert from the squad belongs to the unit called chapter, which is typically a group of 10 to 15 people supervised by the chapter lead, customer experience chapter lead. And this person is actually guiding them methodologically and supervising how they are doing the work, if they do it right, how they can do it better, if they are using the proper methodologies. And as a group, they are also sharing platforms and tools which we have established for the customer experience to make the things easier. It's not only about, everybody is trying to get their own data, but we have online tools where they can, for example, easily recruit people for interviews. They have also other tools. So being able to utilize those tools is something like part of the expertise they are trained for. So, and when we are thinking about the trainings, we have kind of like wiki pages for those people, where they can see what kind of training we have available in order to improve the skills set up in our competence metrics. And they can undergo those training quite easily. when we were counting like how many trainings we did so far, it was almost like almost 500 trainings done during those 2 years. But this is the trainings, but many things are doing on the job. They are also like doing as a shadowing system. So we have many ways how they can learn and how they can improve. But there's like something what exists in our educational tools on our wiki page and systems called CX Academy, where under one umbrella they can find everything for their easy development. This is the formal part. We have also the other part, which is informal. We have launched the platform on Google, kind of like discussion platform, when they can share the small things which happen, during the day, or they find something inspirative for us, for others. And this is something what works well for all the whole community, because they can share the small successes or small issues they face along the way, and actually it shares the positive atmosphere and actually moves the situation forward. We organize also something to rise the spirit and highlight as a pub quizzes, where we in a nice form check the knowledge, but we also share some experiences. We organize, for example, hackathon in order to make some things in a format which is not the typical one. It's actually that, we see the improvement also, internally, but also from the response and request to speak at the conferences or some public events. So people from from those 227 customer journey experts are regularly invited for the events to speak there, to share the knowledge, and actually to inspire others. So, it's not staying just with the company, but also making some step and help others to be also better in CX. Thank you.
Thank you.